Good Christmas morning to you all. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas first off. Now I know that this pattern isn't what is going to be published on Christmas Day for the whole group. The whole group, you will be doing ice flakes if you're following the daily patterns, but because I'm a week behind, mine ends up being this one, which is Starzie. And I figured it is what it is, and it's going to come out the way it's supposed to come out. And this one is Starzie by Linda Ray, which is Texas Doxy Mama. If you look up Texas Doxy Mama, you'll find all of her patterns on the internet because she's got some cool ones. So first thing we're going to do is do a center dot, leave a little sparkle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 dots around. Okay. And then from those 6 dots, so you can make those dots as close or far from this center as you want. It just will affect the final outcome, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at it. Okay, so then the next step is to do a line out and then another dot. Okay. And then what do? Oh, look at there. And then we do a V shape connecting the dots. So you do have to have an even number of dots. I suppose you could do 8 instead of 6, but because they have to connect, you have to have an even number. So a V shape coming out like that, it creates like a star. And then in between, you put another one with a dot, another line with a dot. Could be a separate step, but it's not. So there's what it looks like there. And I imagine depending on how far away from the center you are with your first dots, it will alter how they look. Here they are in a sample tangle. And those are cool. I like that. So I am going to turn on my light, get my hand out there so it doesn't blind you completely, and I was going to do, I don't know, do I want to do a border? I'll put the border in, I might erase it. Okay, so let's start with 1. Start with 1 right kind of, not quite in the middle, right here, I think. Like that. Oh, you are really far away. I'll zoom you in a bit. Okay. And then around here, we're going to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from those 6, we're going to come out and put a dot. Like that. And then, what's the next step? A V. And it's not quite, and looking at it again, they're not quite touching those dots there. There's a V like that. Like so. And then coming out from here, not quite touching still. I think that not quite touching makes that sort of sparkly effect of the star. Is like that. There we go. That's our little star. And I'm not too sure how you overlap. Let me look at her sample, how she would overlap them. You just kind of go for it. Okay, just kind of go for it. All right, so I'm gonna put another one. I'm gonna stick it like here. Maybe a little bit bigger. Start a little bit slightly bigger with my dot. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they come out with a dot. You won't see, maybe you'll see, come to there. And then the V's. Like that, and like that, and like that. And then this part. Something like that. Did I do something wrong? I feel like it's not quite right. But I don't know why it feels like it's not quite right. I don't know. Not gonna worry about it. This one I feel like I want to do maybe seemed like it was really bare in the middle there. So I'm going to do those going the other way. Oops. So when I zoom out, it looks like that. I think I might want to do one more right here. Maybe a smaller one. Maybe I'll do, yeah, I'll just do them closer in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're coming out. Make those really nice and long. But then my V maybe not so big. That will give it a different look. And I'm going to have those not touching. The dot part not touching the stem on this one. Okay, there we go. I like that one the best. So my own personal thing, I'm happier with this part being closer to the middle. This one I might do some kind of a something like that to fill that in. Yeah, I'm happier with that. Okay, I think I'm done, actually. Yeah, I think I'm done. Starzie. but I think it's going to get a little bit of coloring. I'm going to get rid of the border because I was pretty sure I wasn't going to use a border, but you know, I drew it in there anyway. Get rid of that. And I'm going to do a little coloring. I like her coloring on her sample. So I'm going to do some yellows for my stars. I guess Christmas Day, it's appropriate that we have stars, right? The old, Silent Night and other songs that talk about the Star of Bethlehem. It's funny, we put up a nativity set at church, really pretty, and it has an angel going across on a string with a star and an angel. And somebody said that our star wasn't right directly above baby Jesus. Well, first off, that whole manger scene thing is not exactly accurate anyway, because the wise men didn't show up until baby was a toddler. He was probably about 3 before the wise men got there. And the star wasn't like directly above the manger. Star stayed in the sky in this weird spot over where he was for a long time. Like, and you know, stars don't stay still. They move in the sky the way, you know, they do. They you know, we're turning, the planet's turning, the stars are not in the same place every day. Well, this particular star stayed in the same place every day, and that's what caused the wise men, the people who look at the stars, to go, okay, there is something really weird with that star. Maybe we ought to go check it out. Because stars don't stay in the same place every day. And it took them 3 years to get there. So it doesn't matter in our little diorama at the church whether the star is directly above the manger or not. Let's not be so literal, people. Get a little night sky here. Why not? Today's a good day to color. I'm relaxed, I'm happy. It's just, I wish the wind would stop blowing, but other than that, I'm relaxed and happy. Give this a little bit darker around the edge. Grab me my purple, because I do like the colors she chose for her sample, with the night sky and the purple and the blue. Yeah, really pretty. Let's get some purples in here. Just do a little coloring. Enjoy my day. So, if you're watching this on the day that I release it, you're watching it on Christmas Day. And so I'm wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas. A happy holiday season. You know, the point of the holidays is not so much the gifts point of the holidays is to enjoy it with your friends and your family, to take some time out to appreciate things that you have in your life. Personally, you guys know that I'm a Christian, so I will be spending some of my day, probably yesterday, Christmas Eve, at a service celebrating the birth of Jesus, and that's what I do. I know some of you are not so inclined, and that's, perfectly fine. That's what the world is about, is having people of different faiths together. And, if we could just all respect one another's space, the world would be a better place. So I'm asking you, as my Christmas gift from you to me, if you would go out into the world and respect other people's viewpoints. They don't all have to be yours. I do not agree with a lot of people, and they don't agree with me. It doesn't mean I can't love them. There are even people within my church. We don't all have the same opinions on things. And it doesn't mean that I can't love them and respect them and care for them. Just because we disagree on this, that, or the other, whether it's politics or how the church should be decorated, I can still love them and they can still love me. So I just ask that on this Christmas day that you go out and do something nice for somebody today, and more importantly, that you look inside your heart and, I'm not always the best at it. I totally own it, that I am not always the best at being able to be nice and kind to others, but I'm really, really trying to work on it. I struggle some days. I struggle. We all struggle. It's the nature of the beast. But the more I can stop myself from those negative feelings about someone, and I can put forward a more positive and give them a benefit of the doubt, and look at life from their perspective, the more I can do that, the better I help make their world. And if I can make their world better, that's what I'm here for. That's what we're all here for. We were born with a purpose, and the purpose was to love one another. That's it. That's our whole purpose. Just to love one another, and to love God in equal measure. He came because he loves us, and we're supposed to love him back, and we're supposed to love each other back. And that's all life is supposed to be about. So on this Christmas Day, I'm just wishing you health and happiness, and most importantly, the love that we should share with each other. I send that out to you right now as a gift from me to you, and I thank you for the love that you pour out to me. I feel it when you comment, when you say various things to me, send me messages, send me emails, not emails, Facebook messages, and on my and on the YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you, and wish you all a really happy and Merry Christmas today. You guys stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.